radius is a strength and tells you how strong that envelope will be. I find I prefer working with the outer to start with. Essentially, if you make all the inner envelopes small or set them right down to 0, you're getting all sort of fall off from the main weight to the outside. Red vertices are 100% affected by that envelope. So right now, all but a few vertices right in here that are a little bit orange, all of these vertices are 100% affected by this envelope. Now in this case right now, we don't want that. These vertices up here should be affected more by this envelope. So we'll select it then on screen, and we'll start adjusting this envelope up and down. And you can see that we start getting all these colors now. These colors start to represent weights in between 100% and 0. So in this case now, this envelope has 100% control of these vertices up here that are red and 0% control over these ones that are dark blue. Light blue start to become affected, and as it ramps up into the oranges and yellows, oranges, and then red, we start getting more and more effect. If we step back to the one at the toe, you can see that now it's no longer red around the rest of the foot. A single vertice can only be weighted 100% to any number of bones in total. If it was weighted to more than 100%, it would move faster than the bone system moves, and essentially the model would walk away from the bones. So when you adjust one envelope, you're actually adjusting the other envelopes that affect those vertices as well. The envelope itself doesn't change. It's the weight of the vertices that change, that are affected by it. Envelopes in skin only have so much control. You can't have a non-pill shaped one, for instance, to start with. You can't make them oval. All you can really do is just size them up and down this way. We can add more of these cross sections, these rings around. I'll show you that in a minute, which can help. But essentially we can only get this close. Envelopes are not the end result for skinning. It is simply a starting point. You can also move envelopes. This bone in the foot would be a lot better if it actually could grab a hold of some of the heel area here. So we'd have to make it larger. Now I'm making it larger, it's going further and further up the leg. Again, probably isn't what we want. What we can actually do is you can actually move the envelopes off of the bones. Right on the end of the envelopes, if you notice, there's these selection box you can pick. And this allows us to be able to move the actual envelope itself. It's still going to follow that bone that's in the foot, but we can offset it from it just to help us get a better starting value for our skin. So now we can actually encompass that heel without having to make the envelope much bigger than we're probably going to want it to be. Working our way up to the calf bone, increase the size of the end down by the ankle. Start taking in some of the ankle area, and then I can start encompassing the knee with the top. And right now I'm affecting a big area around this knee, but I'm not catching the back of the calf. The legs are actually quite wide at this point. And I really don't want to make the top of this envelope larger because it'll start taking in the thigh bone. So what you can do is you can add cross sections. What we need is one is right about here, so we can make the middle of the envelope larger and not have to increase the size of the ends. That's done by cross sections with the add button. You pick add, and then you can click on the cross section anywhere you want, and it'll add a new cross section to it. That'll allow us now to be able to increase the size of that envelope around the calf area without affecting the ends. Now my goal here is to make sure that I